I picture a lot of LARPers that go to this.
Did you say lepers?
LARPers.
Them too.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
Yes, saw that coming.
Is that a good thing?
way.
Okay.
It's a
good thing.
fantastic
They're like
thing.
they're
Okay,
like the
good.
nicest people.
What's the name of Luna's dad's magazine?
Derek.
What?
Give me one of the Marauders.
Map.
All right.
Arthur Weasley gets attacked by Nagini, and then they go and they visit him in the hospital, and then they... It's very serious, Levi.
Oh, I needed my emotional support.
You ready? Let's get it. Absolutely not. That's, oh boy. Can I start?
I've been waiting on you the whole time.
All right.
It's about time.
Thank you.
Come on, Glen Coco.
That is.
Mean Girls.
You go, Glen Coco.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the Regina George, though.
No. I don't want to be No, I am not Regina George.
Okay, you're the girl that goes, it's a 30% chance
But
of
it's already raining.
already rain.
That is not what she does.
No.
Oh, what does she do?
It's
I
a
think
little
I
more
think she grabs herself.
Yeah.
She gropes herself.
Oh,
and
that's-
she's
oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You
so
know
sad.
that, but you don't.
So, hey, folks, welcome back to another episode of That's How You Feel. I'm somebody. I'm Caleb today, and my other host, as always, Levi. Yeah, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for your comments. I love them all. I really do. All the bad ones, they make me laugh.
They're all about you. So.
Yeah. We have guests today with us. Joined on my right is Trena.
That's Stephanie. Sorry, this is Trena over here. Say hi, everybody. And everybody.
With the cardigan. Trina's the one in the cardigan.
I'm
Julia,
not
we're gonna
her.
have to
I
put
thought he was
like
saying
little
my name right
names
there.
under them so they know who's who. Like throw in like graphic names and things.
He likes to do this mid shoot is tell the producer what to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Yeah.
Yeah, producer feels.
I'll work on not giving producer notes mid show.
This is Stephanie.
Yeah.
This is Stephanie.
Give us a few highlights about them.
So Trena is the younger sister-in-law of my best friend Joel. So I've known Trena as long as I've known Joel, almost 20 years probably.
I was a small child.
I'm
14
sorry.
years.
I'm sorry,
At least
Trina.
14 years. So Trena really loves photography. She loves thrift store shopping. And Trena loves...
Has a master's in psychology.
Clinical mental health counseling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Clinical
Yep.
mental health counseling.
Same thing.
You know, I knew there was psychology involved.
You sure did.
Lived in Europe for a minor spell.
I am
did.
jealous about that. Like, I want to go to Europe so bad.
Speaks
I
a
know
little
you guys
French.
have been, right?
Un peu
Yeah.
français.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to Greece, Germany?
Greece, Switzerland. That's it for Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is pitiful because I know a lot
Well,
about
I guess
Trena.
Iceland.
And you were where?
Kind of counts.
I was in Slovenia, Ljubljana, Slovenia in particular, which was really weird and random. And
Do a
that's why I
photo
chose
of
it.
the map and like of the dot thing. Got to pull a graphic
Fun
up of
fact,
where it was.
Slovenia looks like a chicken.
I'm helping you to like pull up things for references and stuff.
Help afterwards.
All right. So Stephanie is a newer friend of mine. She is very much so into the Kansas City scene. She loves living downtown. I don't know why. I don't get it, but she
They
Because
loves
their
that.
apartment is
You've been to their
beautiful.
place though, right?
I have. It is very cool.
Their
It's super cool.
place is dope. And
Thanks.
from what I've been told by your husband,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty much all due to you.
I mean, he gives opinions,
Yeah.
so there's that.
Yeah, and you disregard them if they're,
Yeah,
you know,
if they
they're bad.
suck, yeah.
Yeah.
Another fun fact about Stephanie, she's a big Harry Potter fan, which is kind of why she's here today. Also, she has a career in, I want to say, what's the word I want to use? Because I want to say like producing. Because it's not just audio producing,
Nope.
but it's like production producing.
I would say
dumb
it's a
word.
degree in music technology.
Yeah, but what does she
engineering?
do though?
That's the closest, yeah.
What is your actual degree title?
I'm an audio engineer.
I just said
Okay.
that.
That's what
Yeah.
I was.
I would.
Yeah.
Did you caught that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like her job though is like
An audio
Right now, I
engineer.
work in sports television, yeah.
Yeah, she like goes to all the dopest stuff. You were at all like the KC current games, right? And the championship?
Yeah, I was at the championship game. I actually got to attend that one. I didn't work that one.
Okay.
So
That's
that
right,
was, that was
yeah.
cool, but I got free tickets to do that. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
You get to go like travel. Fun
Yeah, and she
places.
also loves traveling with her darling husband. Loves hiking and like being outdoors and stuff, which is
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't see it, but
Her and her husband are some of the coolest people I know.
This is a long intro
Yeah.
about me.
y'all deserve it.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to get this episode for a long time because I'm also a huge Harry Potter fan. Like annoyingly huge. So, a couple comments from old episodes.
Yeah, so we had one of our when Ben was on, we were talking about if there was a celebrity you could fight.
If you win, you get their net worth.
you get their net worth.
Oh,
And so we had to pick one. I had chose Michael Cera. Caleb's was JoJo Siwa, and then Ben said Daniel Radcliffe, which I thought was kind of odd, but
and mean.
Interesting choice.
yeah. But a couple
Potter
of
himself.
the comments from that. This one I thought was really funny. Tara Twinama said, "My 10-year-old said Olivia Rodrigo." I just thought it was funny because a 10-year-old was like quick to just go after Olivia. And then our producer doesn't like this, but there was a lot of people in agreement to this. But it said, "Sorry, Taylor," and this is from Outlaw Resin Creations. "Sorry, Taylor, but this is going to be a swift fight." See what they did there?
Funny.
Taylor Swift got a lot.
She is a
got a lot of
billionaire.
nods.
That would be a lot.
No,
Yeah.
like that was a great answer. I was like, oh, but then you'll have Kelsey coming after you.
Yeah.
And I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Like I want to meet Kelsey in a good way.
Right.
And then this one was actually in reference to my answer. It's from Mike Mazowski.
Mike Wazowski. Love it.
It said Michael Cera, or however you spell it, actually got hands though. Took a lot of martial art classes for his comedy action movies, which
Oh,
is
that's
true. But he ain't met me, and I take him out because come on. But what was funny is
That was very intimidating.
it's funny. So a lot of the answers from that, a lot of them were Oprah, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
Ryan from Ryan's Toys Reviews, which I have not heard of.
Or it's like a kid that like reviews toys.
They just want to fight a child.
It's a kid?
It's a kid.
Oh, that's
He-
worse.
like it's literally like he's like
Maybe
a young.
that's why they said it though,
young-
because they
young
know
person.
they'd win. Because he's a
Well,
like
that's
an
true.
actual
So when I
child.
was thinking of answers for this question, I was like, because I'm not a fighter, I'm not a scrapper, but I know like I could take someone if I needed to. And so I was like,
were you thinking about the net worth?
I was thinking about he has money, I could take him. I don't need to be a billionaire.
Probably not in his
But when
name
I
until
heard
he's
some of
18
the
though.
answers, like
You know which one sent me off the rails?
What?
Michael J. Fox. I was like, yo.
yeah, that was also someone said Jerry Seinfeld.
That's mean. Don't fight Jerry.
Yeah, and
like
then
Jerry
someone
Seinfeld.
was trying to say Stephen Hawking,
I was like,
which
Oh
he's
my
already
God.
gone.
Oh, boy.
And then they said,
These are getting dark.
and then they said, well, their
so
next
messed
answer
up.
was Helen Keller.
Okay.
but is she
what kind of
is she
net
wealthy
worth
though?
does Helen Keller have?
Just notoriety.
Legendary work.
Congratulations, you've won $13.
Yeah, another popular one, which I almost said, was Peter Dinklage.
That's so mean.
It is mean. That's why I didn't say it.
Wasn't he a wrestler though?
No, that was Hornswoggle.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Sorry.
We're gonna have to fact check this. Fact check it. Was Peter Dinklage indeed a wrestler?
I would not want to take him.
He's gonna come up with like a luchador mask. I mean, maybe. I know there was
Yeah.
like a shorter wrestler.
Yeah.
It's not. It
I'm
wasn't
pretty
Peter
sure-
Dinklage, but and maybe he was too. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a part of the like choreography for the scene in Elf where he flips Will Ferrell.
yeah.
yeah, because he was in that movie
That
too.
might-
He's an
Yeah.
angry elf. He
Yeah.
could get upset.
That's true. So another video we talked about like how the order you pour your cereal.
By the way, the person that I know that puts milk first, right there.
It's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Her and her
100%.
mother.
I will die on
Milk
the hill.
first.
you do
I will
not.
die on
Even after getting your degree.
More so enforced.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. You did not have support in the comments.
That's fine.
But
I never
you know
do.
what?
I literally never do.
The good thing is that's how you feel.
That is how
So,
I feel.
It's okay.
I don't like
It's
soggy
so
cereal.
wild.
Have you ever had Peter? What's it called? Peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Maybe?
Captain Crunch.
Sure.
No, next question.
Okay.
Anyways, this one actually, I don't know if this person was serious, but would be worse than putting your milk first. But the comment said, it's from Chaz's personal page. No, no, no. Milk in the bowl, cereal in another, spoon up cereal, dip in the milk, success.
That's doing too much.
Yeah.
Cereal's supposed to be a low maintenance meal. That's too much.
I heard your
He
husband.
made like bullet points for his cereal process.
I thought that was I've never heard anyone doing that. So I don't know if it was true or not, but
It probably is.
I've seen those cups that do like the milk and then the cereals.
Oh,
in
yeah,
them,
and then you can, like,
everybody
drink.
hates them because it's just like a bunch of milk.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
two
is it
pieces
really?
of cereal.
I'm not doing
so I
it.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then our next comment comes from the booty bread video.
What do you call the in pieces of the loaf of bread?
The butt.
The butt?
Yeah.
That's like I want to know what you call it because it may be what this person said. Like the the pieces.
I actually don't know. I've never thought about it.
Do you eat the butts of the bread?
I just ate
Yes.
a butt of bread today. Fun fact.
Well, this person, Emily Page Cochran, there was multiple people that said this. We call it the hoe because everybody touches it, but nobody wants it.
I love that so much.
There were multiple people that said that, so I thought that was pretty funny.
I had a teacher who like would argue for the ends of the bread, and like she used one of those old timey like, when I was a kid, we used to fight for the end of the bread loaf because it had the most nutrients. And I just thought
I
that
don't
was
think that's
ridiculous.
factual.
Yeah,
I got
that
in
was
trouble
fine.
one time because I was like, I
Would not
reached
sell
back
me.
in the
Yeah.
bag for like the other end. Like it was a fresh loaf, and I was like, I grabbed the front hoe, and then I reached all the way.
Is that what you're
The
going to start
back
calling
hoe.
it now?
That's what I'm calling it from now. That's hilarious. The hoe. That's so fun. I'm into it.
You're trifling.
little
All right.
bit.
We're going to move on to questions of the day. What you
Question of the
got?
day.
Question of the day.
Oh. You might need your phones for this because there's an image I want y'all to look at. It's chips.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And you only get to keep 3 of the chips. Which chips are you keeping? I'll go first. I'm keeping the original Cheetos. I'm gonna keep the original Doritos, and then I'm also keeping the Tostitos
I knew
because
it
I
was
think
going to be all the Eatos.
it was a toss up between Funyuns and those, or like Cool Ranch and those, but like
I
the
got it.
Tostitos with
I
the
already
hint
know
of
the
lime, they're so good. So those are, and like hot Cheetos are great, but like they're just not. They are so good, but you
I
can't-
actually didn't start liking hot Cheetos until recently, and I don't love them, but like I don't get.
Yeah,
them.
I don't-
I think those are
a
overhyped.
regular Cheeto is just so good.
I love
you like
Those
hot
are like the
Cheetos?
main ones I'm keeping.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
What are you
That's
keeping,
the number
Stephanie?
one answer as well.
So
prefer
can
the
I do I
jalapeno
change?
cheddar.
Am I able to change the flavor on one of them?
No,
Okay.
Well,
then,
maybe.
Then
Well,
sun
let's
chips
see.
are out the window because
Well-
I hate the harvest cheddar ones.
but are you like garden
Yeah.
salsa though?
Yeah,
Okay.
100%
I mean,
garden
garden
salsa.
salsa's
I
way
will
better.
let her change it on that one.
All
Sun
right.
Oh,
chip.
whatever.
Caleb
But
wouldn't.
Harvard, really? Harvard?
Yeah.
Do you not like cheese chips?
I no, it's like, yeah, it's gross. I will eat Doritos Locos Tacos though,
Oh, those are good.
but like not just like as a chip.
All right, so what are you keeping?
Interesting.
Keeping flaming hot Cheetos, garden salsa sun chips, and you guys are gonna hate this, but the pita chips.
No, I thought about that
Okay.
one. Yeah, no, I love. Actually, I'm still debating on if it's in my top. I haven't fully settled
Yeah.
on my answer.
Ew.
No, I can eat them. I can eat a whole bag plain.
I mean, if I can't change the flavor of the sun chips, it would be the Tostitos. In addition,
Yeah.
I'm mad that she
All the
said
other
that,
ones are
like
gross.
the Eatos ones was like I knew Kate was gonna pick all the Eatos.
no, you started with 2 Eatos, and I knew the third one was just gonna. It had to.
I love Funyuns, by the way. That was like my first.
It
favorite
wasn't
chip
in
as
your
a
top
kid.
3, so
I know because the hint of lime is just.
okay. Well, Trina, what you got? Actually, let me go because yours is probably better than mine.
How could they be better? They're just answers to chips.
You go ahead and go.
We're
Go then.
all on the
What are you
pretty
keeping?
level playing field here.
What are you keeping?
Hot Cheetos, number one. Pretty easy answer for me. I love all of the spicy chips. Doesn't not matter, but that was the only one that was on there.
Takis is on there.
I guess that's true. I do like Takis, not as much as Hot Cheetos, but yeah, Takis, and then I do like Funyuns. I'm a fan, but the spicy Funyuns are better.
Like the flaming hot Funyuns?
Yeah, they're so good.
There's a TikTok like craze on these spicy ramen Funyuns that are going around right now.
I would gladly try them.
I'll order a bag and then I'll let you guys try them.
Anything spicy. My taste buds might be dead.
I mean, you know,
Hot Cheetos or Takis?
I actually haven't had Takis.
Like
It's a good choice.
you've never
Yeah.
like you've seen them and like, nah, give me the hot Cheetos.
I mean, I've seen them, but I don't buy chips a whole lot. So
okay,
yeah.
young man.
Cheetos, Sun Chips Harvest Cheddar. But I'm not gonna be mad at you.
Yeah.
But the third option, actually, I'm gonna do pita chips as well.
Whack.
Honestly, pita chip. I thought about that too because I really like hummus.
Yeah,
how many-
3
like-
against 1.
Yeah.
A lot.
How's it feel?
I don't care. You guys can be wrong. That's okay. Like
I mean,
I'm okay with y'all picking nasty chips. I just know like when y'all plan events, I know I need to bring chips because y'all are gonna bring nasty pita chips.
No, it's the garden salsa sun chips every time. Those are the chips.
at least we're
Those
not
are very
basic.
Ain't
What's
nothing-
the zombie bite question?
All right, so you guys are familiar with The Walking Dead, right? Let's
Yeah.
say it's that we're in that world and we get through like a horde of zombies or whatever, and like we're just kind of like chilling, and then like you notice you have a bite. Like, what would you like? Let's say you're with James and you guys are driving a car and you're just like, and then you tell James, what do you do? Or do you expect him to just like off you like right then and there? Or do you think he's gonna like not tell anybody? Do you not tell anybody? What would you do if you discovered you got bit?
That's a hard scenario.
Like, let's say me and you were hanging out and I'm like, we're just driving and all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, and you're like, what? And I'm like, nothing.
Well, you wouldn't say anything. Which makes me not want to tell you because I'd just be the first to kill you.
Well, you wouldn't hesitate. You would just kill me right then and there. I ain't even turned yet.
But you're going to.
Yeah.
Would you want to be the one to do it though?
No. If it was like anybody I knew or family, like I could never.
You couldn't do it. Oh man.
No. I would. I could. That just gives me anxiety already thinking about it.
I see 2 scenarios. I either fall on my own sword or I bite him immediately.
I mean, I would tell people. I would hope they wouldn't kill me immediately. I would hope they would just let me like go and live my best zombie life. But
You would announce, guys, I got bit.
I mean,
it
I
be
would not
like-
be like, "Hey guys, I got the bit."
Like the people who like
I got it.
Like the people who release a spider into the wild instead of smashing it. Like just have them
Those
drive
people
you
are
somewhere really
terrible.
far away.
That's me.
Tree, if you got bit, would you tell your group?
I guess it depends on who I'm with.
Like you're with your sister, your family.
I mean, if there were small children around, yeah, I would feel the need to. If I were in a group of just random people, I definitely wouldn't tell anybody. I think it would be kind of fun.
So if you're in a zombie apocalypse,
Trina's not the girl you want to have in your group because, like,
Well,
you're that person in the group. Like, she's gonna get everybody killed. Watch. And then you just hide your zombie bite, and then all of a sudden you turn.
what
in the
would
middle of the
your
night.
like?
It's a good excuse to go take a nap.
I kind of want
That's
to see how
true.
far I can go. Like, how long can I last resist? Like, whenever I'm being put to sleep before surgery, like, how can I get to 10?
But
I don't know.
do you think zombies know?
No, they don't know.
No, I guess so.
If you were in a zombie apocalypse, this isn't one of them on here, but if you were in a zombie apocalypse, like what would be your weapon of choice?
I want a sword.
I'd say Michonne. Like I would have the same.
I would no. I want a double-edged sword.
Well,
I want to be able to like
I'm with the samurai
slice
swords.
back and forth. That and like a pistol.
I'd
Honestly,
probably
just-
end up hurting myself though.
Just
with
kill
those.
me, honestly. That would be my second.
no, we-
Just
we-
be like, I've been bit. Just go ahead and kill me. I
No,
don't
this
want to
is
be
like
a zombie.
this is like without being bit. Like if you had like
or you're like in it.
you're in a zombie
I
apocalypse.
feel like I would find a bunker.
yeah.
That would
Hunker
be my
down?
route. Yeah, I would just go away for 20 years, not talk to anybody, and then like peek my head out, see if everything was okay.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like a tank or something.
I would just
What
want to
about
be
food?
isolated.
Yeah, we're picking handheld weapons. Stephanie's driving around in the tank.
And Trina's hiding in a bunker.
I mean, you guys are the ones getting bit, so
That's true. At that
Definitely
point.
got bit.
This next question, I actually went and got my haircut at Scissors and Scotch recently, and it was on one of their little plaques. I was like, "That's kind of a good question. I'll put it in there." But the question was, would you rather have a pause or a rewind button in life?
for me, the answer depends. Is the rewind like to change stuff, or is it just to go back and like be able to do extra stuff?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
My initial like the fool in me that has like regrets is like I want to go back and like change stuff. But every decision I've made has led me to like exactly where I am. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
I
should
don't
probably
wanna
go
change.
back and change stuff.
I probably should, but
Just kidding.
like the pause button is like, because like if you're in a moment, like you never know if you're in a moment until that moment is come and gone. So a pause button would be really hard because you're like, is this a thing right now? Is this happening? So that'd be kind of difficult. So probably like if I can't change anything, then yeah, a rewind button to go back and like relive certain days. And
I think it would be like you could like change stuff. I mean, just like
then
when
I'm going back
the
to
movie
like kindergarten.
the movie you
Starting
yeah.
all
you got
over.
trauma from kindergarten?
I asked a girl to marry me in kindergarten.
And she said
All
no.
right.
She said worse than no. She said nothing.
Oh, she may have just been really nervous.
Whatever. I made her. It was Valentine's Day. I made a note. I couldn't spell at the time, so
Was
I'm
that
sitting.
the AOL girl, the cherries?
Nah, this girl's name is Lauren. It was. I was sitting at the
Emphasis.
kitchen table. It was on
You know her
Valentine's
last
Day.
name.
I'm not gonna say her last name, but she knows who she is.
Lauren didn't want to be a child bride.
I asked my brother David, "How do you spell like I love you? Will you marry me?" I asked him how to spell all these things out because I couldn't do it, and I cut out this heart. It was a pink heart with a red heart with like another pink heart. I wrote it all out, folded it up, set it on her desk, and I just sat back and waited for her to like fall into me. And I got up. I forgot about the note, but like later on in the day, I got up to go turn in something on the desk. This is kindergarten, by the way. I find that note in the trash can torn up.
Ooh.
I haven't
That's
forgiven
a
you,
little
Lauren.
rough.
Be honest, is that how you proposed to Emily?
That was actually the note that he found for it.
I picked it back up and was like, all right, next
Save
Lauren.
this for later.
Which I have ADD sometimes, so squirrel.
What?
When I senior year, I asked a girl to prom, got rejected, but I took a dictionary and I wrote down the page numbers. This was so dumb, but it said, "Will you go to prom with me?" Like each word. I thought it was this real clever idea, and then I got rejected, which kind of sucked.
I would have torn out the page that contained the word no and just been like, here you go.
Yeah.
I highlighted a
No,
word for you.
I think she did respond, and it was like, "Let me think about it."
Just never got back to you.
She did. She said she had another date, which I actually
Was this pre-ghosting days and text messages? It was like,
yeah, it was
handwritten notes days?
however you ghost on a dictionary.
okay.
Yeah, so if you want to come up with a term with that. But I think so. Again, I had a hard time with this question. Part of
Who made the question?
scissors and scotch. Oh, never mind. I thought you said who made this question. Because like part of me wants to rewind, not to go change things, but like to see my brother, my dad, or like things like that. But also part of me wants a pause button for like one, just because life's so hectic, and sometimes I just want to pause and take an 8-hour nap, with no interruptions, and then wake up and I don't know.
Nah,
I'd
I
probably
couldn't do
choose
that.
pause just for the future, like knowing like you could lose anyone or whatever, and you want to pause that moment or what? Not the moment they die, but before.
Nah, I couldn't
real
pause and take an
morbid.
8-hour nap. If I pause and take a nap and wake up and it's still Tuesday, I'm like, oh God. I'd be mad.
I'm getting on all kind. TikTok's got me a lot lately.
Yeah, look at the clock real quick before you decide you want to say something else.
Go on.
What was the question? Okay. Favorite place in KC to do these things. What is your favorite place in KC to have a coffee?
I have a couple. Enchante is really great.
one.
Rochester's really great too. Enchante is for vibe specifically, and then Rochester's for a good cup of coffee.
Tree?
I've never had either.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna check them out.
Tree? Where would you go?
I don't know. I feel like there's a few. I do like Messenger on Grand. It's like fun to go sit on the roof.
I love it. Yeah, I love that place.
You can go on the roof?
Oh yeah. They have a fire pit and everything.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
know.
kind of fun.
Sorry.
Yeah, they have those downtown.
Favorite breakfast spot?
Are these just for us?
Yeah, why not? I go to Starbucks.
I am actually curious because my answer would have been First Watch, and so that's like not like a Kansas City. So is there like a specific Kansas City
I like
place?
the farmhouse. It's like downtown, kind of
Okay.
near the river market.
Okay,
It's pretty solid.
because I love breakfast food.
Yeah.
not feud.
Feuds. I like
Breakfast feuds
I
too.
love a good breakfast
Also
feud.
great.
You kidding me?
Skidding me.
I'm sorry.
I actually was going to say Messenger for breakfast.
They do have really good
Oh,
pastries. Their
yeah.
pastries are so good.
And their bread and stuff's from Ibis, right?
Yeah.
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 I don't really like a good I don't like a good pastry. I'm dumb. I don't like a pastry for breakfast.
They
have
have straight up
sandwiches. They have
food
sandwiches,
too. Like
yeah.
they
I
have
like-
avocado toast. They've got actual sandwiches, breakfast
Protein.
burritos, bowls,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
Maybe we'll have to go to. I think I've been to Messenger one time.
It's a real.
And I don't even think I
feel
got
like
a
for
coffee
good,
there.
Oh, I don't know vibe, but like it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a vibe, and it's just peaceful. If you
Yeah.
need to go work or anything,
Yeah, I have gone there and worked and
I go
there to-
edited photos there.
Yeah. I go there to work all the time.
Yeah. What about listening to live music?
Where do you want to go?
The Midland. That's my favorite
Yep.
venue in KC.
Yeah.
Outdoor would be Starlight.
Starlight.
Is that the
yeah.
one down? Is Midland downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
power and light.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I love it's just
the best.
It's beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful and there's so many good viewing spots.
Yeah.
Did I see Hamilton down there?
No.
Where did I see Hamilton?
Okay, it wasn't Power and Light, but it was different. It was the
Probably
music hall,
Kaufman.
Ah,
Oh yeah, probably was.
which is also beautiful, but not comparable to the Midland.
Read a
In my
book.
opinion.
favorite place to read a book.
Thou Mayest or Afterward.
Afterward is really cute.
Y'all are just some Kansas City aficionados. Goodness, I was gonna say Barnes and Noble.
No, I feel like mine would be like that hammock that you got me, putting it up in some trees, reading outside. Loose Park is a great one. The
Have
trees
you
are
used
so
my
good.
hammock?
Yes. Yeah.
I bought her a hammock once.
Well, since we're talking about books, I do want to plug a friend's company in Raytown. If you guys are ever in Raytown for any reason, there's a bookstore now there called Trailhead Books, and someone I used to work with opened it up, and you can go there and work and stuff too. So,
That's cool.
anyways, just
Yeah.
a little plug there for Miss
Are they
Angie.
paying you?
No, no,
This
they
is where the ad insertion starts.
they pay me in friendship.
Love it.
What about to people watch?
So I already live in a great people watching area, so I just have to go outside.
Just step outside of my apartment building. Yeah. Maybe the River Market. River Market's kind of fun. There's some really unique personalities down there. Yeah.
Anywhere on the streetcar route, really.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I hate the streetcar. I love the streetcar, but like the people that get on that thing, I'm like, oh my goodness.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I love it
The
too.
more unique, the better.
You gotta be in the mood to get on the
smellier, the better.
streetcar.
No, I'm like, the less I can move my car and I can just go walk somewhere, the better. And the streetcar allows me to go all kinds of places.
I wish me and cardio had the same relationship you guys do. So
Oh yeah.
we'll get there.
They,
What
they
about
walk everywhere?
this?
Go
Is
on.
kind of similar to the breakfast, but have brunch.
I think a breakfast spot and a brunch spot can be very different.
It
Yeah,
can be.
They can.
Brunch Chazelle is a creperie. It's in
Yeah.
town, and it's so good.
That's a really
it's
good
so
one.
so
Yeah.
good.
Sorry. I forgot about Chazelle. That's
So
like
good.
Yeah.
that's probably like my favorite Kansas City spot. Anyways,
Isn't there a gelato spot like right next to it?
No.
No,
Never
there's
mind.
like a KC store. It's I don't remember
okay.
the name of it.
Yeah.
West Side
Same
or
spot for
something.
you for brunch?
Milwaukee Deli is really awesome.
Where's that? Well, it's
It
probably
is
Milwaukee
downtown.
Street. Maybe.
No, it's in the garment district.
Okay.
So it's kind of off the streetcar, but it's like one block over from like the library stop.
Nice.
It's amazing. They do like really great sandwiches and homemade pizza. Like not homemade, but restaurant made pizza.
I'm gonna have to go try some of these spots.
Another honorable mention that you could put in the coffee, breakfast, or brunch sphere is Cafe Corazon.
I've heard
Yeah.
of that, but never been.
So
Yeah,
good.
it is
They do
good.
tamales, they do burritos, they do
Like homemade tamales.
Yeah,
It's legit.
Like it's
Okay.
breakfast empanadas, amazing.
Ooh.
They've got like smoothies. Horchata latte is like one of my favorite lattes there. They do latte flights. It's
That would be cool.
and they also have like a happy hour and stuff too. Like
wanna do a
all
latte
kinds of
flight.
stuff.
I know that's a really genius idea. I would love to go
Cafe
to like a.
Corazon.
I just went there the other day for the first time. It was
Yeah.
very good.
What about to shop?
Oh, Trina loves the thrift store all day.
All the thrift stores, any
Thrift
thrift store, but that's not like Kansas City specific. But I do love any good thrift store. But the flea markets in downtown West Bottoms are also very cool.
Like First Fridays? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
those are all cool.
I also love a good thrift store, but more likely to like physically go shopping somewhere, it's going to be like a bookstore or a record store for me.
Ooh.
So like Prospero's Books. In
Is Josie
Westport.
Records still open?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to walk into Josie Records to avoid a person following me on the street once, so that was fun.
Did you hear the drama about Prospero's though? There's apparently like a peephole in
Oh.
Prospero's and whenever somebody went to go use the bathroom, they looked up and the owner's eye was like looking at them through the
I've
floorboard.
never used the bathroom.
It is.
there.
It's in a basement. I've used that bathroom before. It's in the basement. Like, it is kind of creepy, but it's cool. I've like written on the walls down there. I love Prospero's, but I just read an article.
Just don't go to the bathroom.
Just don't go to the
Just
bathroom.
confessing to vandalism.
I was gonna say she now confirms that she
she
is the Kansas
vandalizes
City
that
graffiti artist.
Everybody writes
I was
down
gonna
there.
say. I was
There's
gonna say it's probably
pins
all over
everywhere.
The walls.
That's the fun part about Prospero's. You go around and you read all of the nonsense.
Yeah.
That is, but they caught him, right?
Yeah, the police were there. It was a whole thing. But then I was like, oh dear.
That is.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
don't
because
use
I love
the
that.
bathroom there.
I love that bookstore.
Yeah.
Last one. Have dinner.
Favorite place to have dinner?
Like pick it up dinner or go sit down. Have
Either
dinner.
one.
Both.
Whatever you want to do.
Do an answer for both.
To sit down, Chewology.
Never heard of this place
Also
either.
in Westport. And if we're going like fancier, Fox and Pearl is another place.
Is it also downtown?
Man, I feel like I'm slacking on some Casey's. I mean, you guys do live
They
downtown.
live downtown.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Chewology.
Yeah, but they aren't even like from here.
I know.
too.
Yeah, they're not.
They haven't even lived here that long. And
What-
they,
We've
like,
been here
is it
3
4
years.
props.
3 years.
Yeah.
props to you guys for going to all these places.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, y'all just be like, wow.
I feel like
goodness.
I have to choose pizza. I love pizza, like all the pizza. So Grinders is really good.
Oh, I do
El
love
Lazzarone is
Grinders.
really good.
Yes.
So
I'm.
I have a love-hate plate.
It depends. So I have gotten a burnt pizza from them once. I feel like it depends on who's working. But if you get a Lazzarone on a good day, it's very delightful.
Because that's the one
They
by
have like this lemon arugula
Quay?
pizza that's really awesome.
Key.
Yes.
Key, not Quay.
Yeah.
Key.
Key.
Is it
Okay.
Key? It's not Key anymore, though, right?
Yeah, so that's one of the places I was saying to like I like to go read is
Oh, okay.
Thou Mayest and River Key.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
But I am vegetarian, so like finding good tofu dishes. Kobe Q has the best tofu. It's so good.
Kobe Q's good in general.
Can you and you guys may not like pho. Do you guys like pho?
I
I'm not a
mean,
broth
it's hard
person.
for me to get pho because a lot of it is beef, chicken, broth based.
Next question.
Oh my
I would eat it.
You like pho?
Yeah.
Okay. What's a good pho spot in Kansas City?
Vietnam Cafe.
Okay.
Or
do you just not like it, or
well,
Yeah,
honestly,
I'm not really a broth person in general.
I like Vietnam Cafe, but for pho, I go to Eiffel Tower.
okay. I'm interested. Sorry, I'm going Chewology. Is it kind of like in the same? Because there's Donutology down
yeah,
there.
so it's like an Asian fusion type of place. It's
Gotcha, okay.
really good.
I also still want to go to the Parlor. I've never been to the Parlor.
Yeah, that's
The parlor is so good.
James, you know all these spots that she's talking about, right? You're like, okay, yeah, she's not over here telling fibs. Okay. I wonder if you've said anything. He's like, I didn't know she liked that place. Let me write that down real quick.
He's like,
no,
date
I have
night.
a list. I have like a Google Maps like saved list for places in KC. I have one that like places we love, places we hated, and like places we still need to try.
You could be a content creator and just say, hey, these are the places that I love.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really honest. I'm glad we did not answer those questions because
Bro,
my answers. I'm looking at them. I was like, okay.
Denny's.
The one like in the skyline of the ballpark, that Denny's, the one off the
Yes.
highway. Yeah,
Yes, specifically. Yeah. No, I will say people watch. It's not even Kansas City, but instantly, and it just happened. Santa Calagon.
I had that
yeah.
written down actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wasn't gonna say anything. But
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
the White Trash
Santa Ca-
Festival. It is really fun to watch people
Yeah.
at Santa
Yeah.
Calagon.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
It just ended, so I feel like it was appropriate.
Let's get into the topic.
What is the topic?
Harry Potter? You're a wizard.
Who's Harry Potter?
That's a great question. So we'll get. If you're not into Harry Potter, I'm sorry. And if you find this controversial, I'm sorry. I
Do
like
you need
Harry
a
Potter.
disclaimer about J.K. Rowling?
Go ahead. Whatever you want to say about her. Go ahead.
I mean, I've loved Harry Potter for so long and all the things that J.K. Rowling says. I don't want it to take away from the magic that Harry Potter is, and it makes me sad whenever we're like making each other feel bad about liking something. That's all I'll say.
I agree with you.
I think that was very well said.
Perfect.
Yep.
Great.
Done.
Let's get into it. Favorite book? You, sir. You didn't read the books, did you?
I love the back covers of the book.
Did you read the books?
I watched every movie.
So, okay.
Oh, the movie cases.
I'm going to talk to these two. The rest of this show, I'm just going to leave you
I thought
out.
we weren't going to shame anybody. Here's the thing. I got into Harry Potter late. So my
That's no
brother,
Me
excuse.
too, actually, but I've read the books.
I'm not. I just don't read. And it's not that I can't, and I like to
Yeah.
preface that because I can read very well.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Okay.
I just
That
don't.
needs to stay.
It puts me to sleep.
Just quit talking.
No, real quick. I have a. You shut up.
I would like to talk to our guests.
I would like you to shush. Anyway, so my brother, when
how he
Harry Potter
feels.
came out, he read all the books. He had every single book. He was a huge fan, and we harped on him so bad. It was my brother Tyler. We picked on him, called him a nerd, everything. And then I think when I finally moved out of the house, I got really big into DVDs. And so I was like, oh, let me just watch the movie. And then I fell in love with the movies. And actually, our honeymoon was at Universal Orlando, Hogwarts.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't care about what you said. You haven't read the books. Get out. Just go ahead and. But actually, before I even get into the favorite book, I want to know how you got introduced to the Harry Potter world. Like, what was your first introduction? I'll share mine. So it was when book 1 came out, and it swept the nation. I don't remember what grade I was in, but I remember everybody was reading it, and I was like, all right, I want to be a part of the community. Let me go ahead and get the book. And I didn't make it past the first chapter. I was like, this is a stupid book. And I put it down.
and he never went back, and he just harped on me.
I turned it in back to the library. I was like, this is dumb. And then the first movie and the second movie came out. And I saw those, and I was like, oh, this is what everybody's reading. Oh, let me go back. And so I went back and then read book 1, book 2, book 3. And then I was in line for the book releases. Every book that came out, I was at the door, waiting for the book to drop. What about you folks?
I'm kind of glad that I was introduced to it as an adult, just because I almost feel like I understood it better and had a better appreciation for it, where it wouldn't just be lost among my childhood things.
Okay.
I actually wasn't allowed to read or watch anything related to Harry Potter growing
I was
up.
going to ask that because there's a lot of people that weren't. I know
Yeah.
my wife wasn't able to.
But I had friends who loved it, and I always thought nerds, they'd be the people they I had friends. Shout out to you, Mariah, if you're watching this. But I had friends who would go to the movie releases with a wand in full robes and stuff like that.
Okay, that's a little much.
Yeah, and I thought it was hilarious, but then at the same time, then I met another person that I ended up working with, and she was really into the Harry Potter books. I was like, okay, fine, I'll read them. And then I consumed them in 1 month,
Wow, that's
the whole series.
because they get really big.
Oh yeah, and in July, funny enough, so full disclosure, I worked at a credit union and I could read while helping people. And so I just read all day.
While helping people?
Yeah, I'm a great multitasker.
How can I help you?
You're Harry
I had a
Potter.
time
No,
turner, actually.
No.
Yes,
So, no.
love it.
Yes, you want to withdraw how much? I need your debit card, please.
Yeah. Welcome
Yeah.
to. Well,
Yeah,
hold
no,
on.
but after that, I was just completely sold. And then I actually convinced my husband, James, to read them because he lost a bet. He didn't want to. And so he ended up reading the whole series and also loving it. And now we also have friends that have kind of done the same thing where they read them as adults and also love them now. So, yeah, chain reaction.
I will say you also. I think it was maybe 2 years ago. You threw a. It was like a Harry Potter party.
Oh, yeah.
And it was decked out to the core. You had
Yeah.
wands and.
Yeah.
I still have those wands.
As soon as I
really
finished
cool.
the books, I considered getting a Deathly Hallows tattoo. I was seriously obsessed, and then I was like, "That's a bad idea." I'm just I'm riding a Harry Potter high right now.
Do you still want the tattoo?
Wait, don't you have a tattoo that's kind of
I have one that's related. Yeah,
that's related to
yeah,
Harry Potter?
yeah. So
I'm not above it. I'm real close to getting a Harry Potter tattoo.
I have so many Harry Potter tattoos pinned on my Pinterest board.
Yeah,
No, I don't have them everywhere.
she's got
I
a full
would-
sleeve.
full
You guys,
sleeve. You guys
That's
can't
why,
see it.
Yeah.
It's underneath the studious cardigan.
Tell me your introduction to Harry Potter, Tree.
I started reading Harry Potter when I was in 2nd grade. I really liked reading. I read the book Matilda, and I realized that if you read a lot, you could get superpowers. And so I started reading all of the books.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
one of these days.
That's what
I'm
my
gonna
parents
be
were afraid of.
snapping in my So yeah, I started reading them, and then I eventually caught up to the books being released. But I started going to all the movie premieres, whenever midnight premieres were a thing, going to every single midnight premiere. I would read the book.
I kind of
and
miss
then
those days.
I miss it too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I really do.
the midnight premieres were cool, but I can't do it anymore at my age.
I loved it.
I mean, but if I went now, I would just be like halfway through the movie and then pass out.
We would book it too because we would wait outside of AMC.
Yeah.
There would be a line wrapped
Yep.
around the building, and as soon as the doors open, we would book it to get to
Yeah.
the best seat.
So, serious question: do y'all? And maybe I'll read them one day. Do you guys harp on people who haven't read the books and just like love Harry Potter through the movies?
I think all my family loves them through the movies because I was so obsessed with them that they were forced to watch them. And
Yeah.
so like they had to watch the movies. Even like my nephews, they have to watch the movies. We were just watching Chamber of Secrets in the van like earlier with all my sister's foster kids. We were all
Nice.
watching that together. So like they can have a love for Harry Potter, but if somebody like is interested in Harry Potter, like you should read the books because
Yeah.
there's so many more things in there.
Right.
And I will talk about it all day of like all the things that were in the books that didn't make it into the movies, but it's a different, I don't know.
I watched all of the movies in college and was totally uninterested until I read the books.
Okay, I was gonna ask. So you watched the movies and then read the books?
Yeah, and then watched the movies again, and I was like, "Oh, I care about this now."
Okay, gotcha.
And James actually was the same way. He read the books after watching the movies, and he was like, "I love it because I can put a face to like all of the names in the book." So
I equate people that like if you like Harry Potter but you haven't like read the book, you're kind of like Muggle-born. Like that's just like you're not
I'm a
you're not,
Hermione.
you're not a pure blood. You know, you're just.
I mean, wouldn't that make him a half blood? Because if you're a Muggle-born, then you don't like Harry Potter at all, or you're like,
That's just a Muggle.
So I'm a half blood.
If you don't like Harry Potter, you're just a Muggle.
so you're calling him a mudblood.
Well, I mean,
Get it right, Mister. I've read the books.
I'm not gonna stoop that low. Call him a mudblood.
this is a
but-
clean podcast.
Yeah, this is a clean.
You filthy mudblood.
She does beep if if need be.
I wanted to cuss just so Julia would have to beep it, just so she had to, but I'm not going to. What's up?
No, well, favorite book.
Now,
What-
favorite book. What's your favorite book?
My favorite book, Prisoner of Azkaban, was like one of my favorites. I don't know. Maybe it was like the time turning. Maybe it was like the introduction to the Marauders. It was fantastic.
Half-Blood Prince for me.
Okay. And now, what about for you?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner of
Yeah.
Azkaban.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of in the same favorite movie, and I'm kind of interested if it's the same as your favorite book, and if not, do you like which one do you think was adapted best to the cinema world?
I think the best adaptation was probably Chamber of Secrets.
Would you guys agree?
I wouldn't
about
disagree.
it.
I would not disagree.
They didn't leave out a lot of details whenever it comes to the
Yeah.
translation from Chamber of Secrets to movie.
You said why you liked Prisoner of Azkaban. I like Prisoner of Azkaban because of the scene of Harry Potter in Hogsmeade with the mud and Malfoy.
Is that in the movie?
In
That's
the book.
fair. Yeah,
In the book.
that's true.
The book scene is it's much more
Okay.
funnier because
You said that's the one reason that's your favorite.
but that's the book. But my favorite I think Chamber Sequence is like the best adaptation just
Like
because
true to the book. Yeah.
yeah. Like my favorite movie though is Half-Blood Prince though.
Okay.
I feel like it's somebody called it a romantic comedy and I was just like, oh, I hate that that's low key kind of true.
They said that about the sixth one?
Yeah, because of like Ron and Lavender.
I don't know about comedy though. I feel like that's when
It's a pretty
everything
dark one.
Everything is getting like so serious.
Yeah, I
I
think it
and that's
is.
why I love it.
Even
It's
the
like,
filmography is
Yeah.
darker. Like the
Yeah.
cinematography
Yeah.
starts to get darker.
So that's
as
my
it gets
favorite movie is the Half-Blood Prince.
Mine. So I love all of them, but mine's always been Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire is my favorite movie.
Yeah, it's
and
my
they
favorite
leave
movie.
out so many details from the book.
Do
The
they
book
really?
is
They really-
the
the book-
fourth book is the biggest.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's
Interesting.
huge.
Okay,
well,
yeah.
that was my favorite book. I felt like I did that with the second book, then the fourth book, then the sixth book, and I just kind of like skipped a book each time. But
Yeah. Did you say your favorite movie?
I mean, it's probably also Half-Blood Prince, but I don't know. Goblet of Fire is pretty great.
Goblet of Fire is just so fun.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah.
like the other schools come
Yeah.
and Hermione gets her moment.
So
I'm
we can
here
all
for it.
agree that we all hate Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, the one
it's
good thing
not
is
the-
Luna
okay.
Lovegood.
Yeah,
okay,
so we don't
Luna
hate it.
Lovegood saves that for
But
me
it's-
because she's my
it's-
favorite.
I should correct myself and say it's the most painful one.
I will
Like the
say,
most painful
yeah.
movie.
To like get through the book and the movie is just like with the amount that Umbridge just sucks.
But
Yes. Okay. Now I'm tracking.
I can't.
So which one are
You
we
said
talking about?
Umbridge. That
Because Umbridge is such a great villain in that book
It makes
and
it
movie,
interesting.
I can't hate that book. Like,
Well, yeah.
or the movie. Like
Not
Umbridge
hate
is
it,
just
but
like
it's like exactly.
she's
like,
so mean. I'm just like, oh my god.
In the movie,
you know
it
that like
gets to the
Arthur
point-
meme where he's just like holding his. That's what I feel like watching that movie.
Well, and
That needs to be inserted.
she gets to the point where it's just like she does not like it. It's like it's never gonna stop the mean stuff and like the torture that she puts out. And I'm like,
Yeah. Well, and she doesn't have an arc. She just stays terrible the
Yeah.
whole time.
yeah.
And then she gets dragged into the Forbidden Forest by the centaurs.
Yeah.
But she lives.
That's like one of my favorite lines in the whole series,
She
though.
doesn't die.
Whenever she's like,
should've.
"Tell them I mean no harm," and he's like, "I'm sorry, Professor. I
I
must,
must not tell lies. Mic
I'm
drop.
like, get him.
That is good. What about like character wise? Do you have a favorite character from the? We'll just stick with like combine these book and movie. So maybe adaptation as far as character played in real life from the books or just in general.
I'm gonna get hate for this. My favorite movie character is Gilderoy Lockhart.
Oh,
No.
God. No.
I
I'm
love-
leaving now.
That's fine.
Are you serious?
I love the Kenneth Branagh or whatever his name is, the actor that plays Gilderoy Lockhart. In the book, I love Gilderoy Lockhart in the book as well. 'Cause he's such an imbecile, and he plays that character.
Okay,
perfect.
Stephanie and I have already talked about this actually.
Yeah, we
Perfectly.
did. We talked about
We
it.
talked
Didn't-
about it.
Yeah, in the green
In
room.
the green room,
Yeah.
whenever you were like, "Do you want to be on the podcast episode of Harry Potter?" We
Yeah.
talked about how
We talked
poor
about
the
who we
casting
would.
was.
We talked about who we would kill.
Gilderoy Lockhart because
And he came up.
sucked. But the way that he's described in the books is like so charming and beautiful, and he's like making all
Yeah.
the girls swoon.
And then
And
you
whenever
see
I
him.
saw that movie as like a small child, I was like, "Who the is this?
Yeah.
Who is this?"
So I'm just
He's
gonna.
not
I never
pretty.
like honestly because I didn't read the books. I wouldn't have thought.
I just
that.
He
figured
was
it must
supposed to
be
make
a-
people swoon.
Yeah, I just
So, I mean, it
figured it
should've
must
been
be like
me,
a
like, in
British
that, you know.
attractive thing or something, but I didn't know.
Whatever. I thought he's my favorite movie character. I'm standing on that. That's how I feel about it.
I really don't understand. Like I would have never guessed. Like that would have not been any of my guesses.
love him.
Makes no sense.
I'm gonna
As
be
a kid-
thinking about
'cause
this the
he-
rest
he's
of the time.
He's so funny to me. My favorite book character is Ginny Weasley.
Okay.
Jenny Weasley is great.
In
Yeah.
the because in the
She
books,
suffers
like
in the
she's
movies so
she's
bad.
combative. Like even like when she doesn't even say things, but like the author will write like she raised her eyebrow at Harry, like like her nonverbal communication is so good. And like when Hermione was like,
Yeah.
she's been stealing your brooms since she was like 6 and taking them out in turns to like ride your like practice. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Jenny's dope.
Yeah.
Can I ask a dumb question about because I haven't read the books and stuff?
Yeah,
So
we know. Get out.
Shut up. Does Harry Potter and Ginny's love story make more sense in the books?
Yeah.
A little.
Okay.
I still think it's a little weird.
It still is a little weird. I feel like it was just like an easy option.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
it's not him and Hermione.
I'd say like the whole time in the movies, I was like, him and Hermione are gonna get together.
Yeah.
And
I don't
that
know.
was the
I
only-
don't really
It
think
actually
that's a
it
fit.
makes a lot more sense because I'm re-listening to the books again for the umpteenth time. In the books, since book 2, it always says Ginny has always liked Harry. Like it says it in
Yeah.
every book, like even like for every book. But you really start to notice her character in books 5 and 6 when she starts to hang out with him, like in the summer when he spends more time at the Burrow, and so he begins to like actually see her and like hear her personality because before she couldn't talk around him. And so she has a conversation. I'm so mad that I know all this. She has a conversation with Hermione. How do I get his attention? And she's like, just talk around him. Date some other guys. And so Harry's like, huh,
Gotcha. Okay.
maybe I do like her.
Yeah.
So
He's like,
it
wait
ma-
a minute. I don't like seeing her with this guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
He also
yeah.
like sees her. I don't know. She kind of represents this like version of home because like Molly
The
Weasley
Weasleys.
creates this like home feeling for him.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is kind of nice to feel like, oh, now I'm a part of this family. I mean, it does.
Which,
make sense.
because to me, like he always seemed like that was his little sister almost.
Yeah.
It wasn't obviously. But
I think I felt like the age difference was bigger than it was. Because it's only like
Yes.
1 year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is
One
it
year.
really?
It's 1
They're
year.
1 year apart.
Literally 1 year.
Okay.
But
yeah.
it feels like it's like 3. It's like he's a senior and she's a freshman, is what I've always
Yes.
felt like it was.
Yeah.
She's
So-
also very good at Quidditch. Who's your favorite movie character?
Books.
Movie?
Please don't say Gilderoy Lockhart.
It's not. That's
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to like him.
wild.
Whatever.
Movie character is Luna Lovegood, partly because of Ivana Lynch and the way that she got the role. Like she
I
had
was
a,
going to say you're giving Luna
Yeah.
Lovegood vibes.
Yeah.
She's my favorite. I love her. She's so quirky and weird, but the way that she got the role, she like was this huge Harry Potter fan, went to all of these Harry Potter events, went to a J.K. Rowling book signing, and wanted to audition to be in the movie. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
She had a terrible eating disorder, like to the point where she was killing herself. And so
That's not awesome.
what J.K. Rowling said to her was, you go get yourself better and you come back and audition. And then she ended up auditioning and then getting the part of Luna Lovegood after she got healthier and like was in a better, healthy mindset. And so I love that. And I just feel like she embodied the character really well.
Yeah.
She did a very good job.
She did such a good job for somebody who was just a fan off
Just
the
a
street.
super fan.
Yeah.
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 So
No, I mean,
cool.
I thought her character, however it was in the book, her character was amazing.
So good. But yeah, she's my favorite movie character. My favorite book character is Hermione. Like from the jump, she was my favorite. I was reading that as a little know-it-all in second grade, and I related with her so well. I was like, that is me. She's super annoying. I get it. I wanted to be Hermione so badly.
Yeah.
So bad.
You still can.
Thank you. But appreciate it.
What about you, Steph?
I also love Hermione.
Book or movie or both?
Both really. I mean, my husband will tell you I have so many of the characteristics of her as well. Just
I thought you were going to say posters.
Posters everywhere.
Hermione posters. Emma Watson is just, no, but also I love McGonagall as well. Like I want to grow up to be McGonagall, and I want to currently be Hermione.
You still can.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
you're
they're
welcome.
actually super similar though, because I was looking into it. They were both almost Ravenclaws,
Interesting.
Yeah. which is
Okay.
cool.
Interesting. So my favorite book character is definitely. No, I'm good. I haven't read the books.
Oh god, I was hoping you were gonna say something like and make up a name. I was hoping you were gonna do that.
No, movie. Probably Hermione was
Yeah.
probably my favorite movie character. I also really liked Dobby.
You said, what's that little thing's name?
Yeah. No. I don't want to be basic and say Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I mean, no one else did, so
I was gonna say Harry Potter.
that's all yours.
Fine.
But
You're gonna say it like Malfoy, Potter.
Potter.
You got a Potter,
I hate Malfoy.
like with the hardest P that you can muster.
Potter.
There you go.
Okay, let's move on.
It's gonna sound great.
Move on, Levi.
So what was left out of the movies from the books, and I have a hot take on this one, that should have been put in. I'm kidding. I'll let y'all answer.
I have so many things. Like I could talk about this for probably half an hour.
Top two.
Give me your top two. Give me two. They don't have to be your top two, but just give
We'll
me
let
two.
you think.
I need you to come back to me.
All right.
Steph.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, don't go to me first.
Okay,
Caleb.
I'll go.
Levi.
For me, I would have loved to have seen Peeves,
Yes.
Yeah.
the poltergeist.
Peeves was my. Yes.
Yeah, because you don't
Even know who he is.
There's a character named Peeves. He's a poltergeist. Now, here's the thing about I heard somewhere something that said that Peeves and Filch are both poltergeists. And Peeves is the embodiment of misbehavior and mischievous. And Filch is the embodiment of like rule following and cleanliness. And they both exist to like get on each other's nerves.
This is like a non-canon.
Yeah, it's non-canon. It's not my favorite non-canon thing I've heard, but I'm like, that kind of tracks. I like that. But I would have loved to have seen Peeves. And another thing that was left out that I probably would have liked to have seen. Ooh, St. Mungo's.
Yes.
The hospital.
That's also
Any hospital
Yes.
scene would have been
Yeah.
great.
because also that's Neville's parents. So like,
Yeah.
Arthur Weasley gets attacked by Nagini, and then they go and they visit
Yeah.
him in the hospital, and then they. This is very serious, Levi.
Oh, I needed my emotional support.
They see
So
Neville's
yeah,
parents.
those would be two things that I would have liked to have seen, like them visit St. Mungo's.
Agreed.
So yeah,
I mean, I wish I would know. I feel like. Never mind. I'm not gonna
just
say whatever.
let them answer.
Next.
You got anything, Steph?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been cool to see a little bit more of the scenes that they painted around Voldemort's past, just like
Have that
the
written down,
Gaunt
too.
family and like stuff like that. I think would have been really cool.
Yes.
That would have made movie 6 a lot longer.
Yeah, for sure. I think they could have split the last like 3 into two
Two
movies.
parts. Yeah.
What was the last 3? Goblet of Fire?
No,
No.
that's 4. And
Or
you read the
Order of the
books.
Phoenix? A two-parter for that? Oh man.
Okay,
At
so
least
maybe just
6.
the last 2. Yeah, maybe
6
just the
and
last
7
2.
could have
Yeah.
been both two-parters. Oh goodness.
Yeah. No, that's. I feel like there's more of Voldemort's backstory in the books for sure. That
Yeah.
they just didn't. put that in there.
And Dumbledore's for that matter.
True.
What you got, Tree?
There's just so many things. The house elves for one. They were a really big part of the books.
Yeah.
Okay, just in general, and like
Really?
yes. Nick's death
Hermione
day party.
had a house elf?
Harry gave his winnings of the Goblet of Fire to Fred and George to start
That'd have been cool.
their shop, and that was just like passed
That
over.
could have been a 5-minute scene.
Percy basically betrayed his whole
Jackson?
family.
Percy Jackson?
Wrong.
Be quiet.
Percy Weasley betrayed his entire family,
Oh, that argument, that would have been kind of cool to see.
and they never even talked about it. And then he
Yeah.
came back to fight at the very last battle, and it was this whole big thing. Molly was so upset that he was gone and was like betraying them, working for the ministry. And then if he had come back and actually they didn't do any of that, which makes me sad.
That'd have been cool to see.
And Rita Skeeter is actually a beetle, Animagus.
Right.
So that's how she
Yeah.
got all the stories, which is very cool.
That'd have been great.
Yeah.
Julia,
I
have
love
you
them
read
all.
the
You got
books?
great answers.
Okay.
Hey, cue and applause for Trina's answers. Those are all great
Thank you.
answers.
Speed answers. Speed round.
Love them all, man. So this is not about like the books or the movies, but I just kind of want to get your opinion. Do you think Snape was truly a good person?
Go ahead.
Levi?
Go ahead, movie watcher.
Based off of the movies, if you get through all of them, I think yes. But I'm interested to hear a more broader perspective. So I would say yes in general because I hated Snape throughout. I think
He is my favorite to quote, though. I
Yeah.
love responding to things with obviously.
Turn to page 394.
One of my favorite lines is from him in Chamber of Secrets when he's yelling at Ron and Harry for crashing into the Whomping Willow, and like they start to talk, and he's just silence.
Alan Rickman.
rest
in peace. Yeah.
I don't think that he was. I don't think he was good. I think his motivation was not like that's not because you
Yeah.
liked his mom,
Yeah.
loved his mom. That is not good enough motivation. I
Yeah.
don't think he was good because he treated everybody else in the order pitifully. Like
He was actually bullied really badly in high
he
school.
bullied every student.
No,
I don't-
he was bullied. Snape was bullied.
right. You should know better. Like you knew
So you're
And
talking
then
about
he just
as a
like
teacher.
treated
as a teacher.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was a good teacher.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was a truly good person.
I think he's a bad person, but he's not evil.
Do you think he's a
anti-hero.
He's the
I
best
think-
anti-hero.
I think he regretted being bad the most, but was bad. Like, so he was.
that's a good way to say
He was
it.
in love with Lily, obviously, but love is really a strong term because he was obsessed with her. And so, like, that's really the only reason he did anything for Harry was because he has his mother's eyes.
Which he didn't.
Which I
Reddit
feel
did.
like
Yeah.
he also
did not.
though,
Yeah.
because of Lily and James, I feel like he also took it out on Harry, like
Yeah.
his anger and hatred of
Yeah.
James.
He wanted James dead. So he's glad. And then he's like, no, I have a little James running around. That sucks.
Yeah. I think by good person I meant more so like because in the movies you think that he is the bad one, you know, a lot of the time. And then you go back and see the things that he did to prevent certain things or to stop people from getting to Harry or things. But I also, now that you guys said all that.
Well,
that
even
makes
just
more
making
sense.
the potions for people and stuff like that too. I feel like it was almost more out of owing a debt than like truly just wanting to be a good person.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't.
that's what he said in like the very first one, whenever he's helping Harry whenever the Quidditch match, whenever Quirrell was like trying to kill him.
Yeah.
He said it was because you're like I owed
I owed a debt. That's it.
I owed a debt.
Yeah.
But then he continued to do things.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Gotcha.
Was Draco a villain?
No. He didn't do it. He didn't even follow through with any of his villainly duties.
No.
He did
tried.
not.
He
I was
was
gonna
the
say
opposite of
yes.
Snape because he wanted to be a villain.
He just wasn't
But he
about that
couldn't
life.
do it. He could not do
Follow
it.
through. He was just like a little baby.
And
was
think
a
about how he
bully.
grew up
Yeah.
though.
He was a bully. Like he was raised by bullies though.
Okay, so I want y'all to think about Draco and think about Dobby and all of the greatness of Harry Potter. Dobby had to learn from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another like little non-canon that Dobby learned of Harry Potter's greatness
Heard of your
from
greatness, sir.
Draco.
Yeah. There's
So Draco talked about how great Harry Potter is, and
He was
that's
so jealous.
and Dobby. That's where Dobby like became like such a big fan.
Well, and also again, I haven't got the books and the extra details, but
This is painful.
Lucius was such a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I mean, that's
coward.
who raised Draco
Yeah.
and was like pushing Draco to do so many things, and so he had a lot of generational trauma almost. Not
That's what I'm
really-
saying. There's some
Daddy issues.
background
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
But Narcissa actually ended up like helping Harry in the
Yeah.
end, only because her son was stuck in the castle and she didn't want anything bad to happen.
There's another theory that Draco actually tore out the page in the book that Hermione had when she was petrified by the basilisk
To do what?
to tell them about it because he had heard about it from his dad.
knew.
And it was really unlikely that Hermione would have torn a page out of a library book. So there's a theory that he went and tore out the page to learn more about it and then found a way to get it to them.
I like that
Interesting.
theory.
Real quick,
Hermione would never besmirch a
who would you have saved from dying? I said Sirius Black.
Hedwig.
Hedwig is nice.
I know that's kind of
How
a
long
like
would
We
she
had,
have
we
lived?
had him
so
stuffed.
I'm being true. I'm being
This
realistic.
is true.
Okay?
I know my answer should probably be a person, but like that death made me so sad because like I feel like animals just can't do anything wrong intentionally.
Did you know that there's also a theory that Snape was the one that killed Hedwig because he was trying to protect Harry? So like Hedwig
Yeah.
was by Harry. They all drank the polyjuice potion. They were all Harry, and the one that Hedwig was following was the real Harry. And so Snape killed Hedwig so that the other Death Eaters wouldn't figure out that was him.
Sheesh.
Woo! That's heavy.
Perhaps.
More information that Snape's a villain.
No, it was to help him.
So
He's a helpful villain.
He's a helpful murderer.
I would have saved Fred Weasley.
that's a good one too.
I would've
Mine
saved
is
Fred.
Lupin and Tonks. Hands down, Lupin and Tonks. They
Yeah.
just had a baby.
Yep.
They were fantastic humans. Fred, I love Fred, but also
I like keeping like that family whole. Like I'm sad that family had to. Be
one of them
broken.
had to go, and it had to be one of the duplicates. There was two of them.
If it is anybody, it should have been Ron for deserting, but it's just.
I said Sirius Black, which I know was he had to
Yeah.
carry the story on, but I just felt like he died so soon.
I
Yeah.
agree.
That's why it
Sirius
was
is
so
like my
painful.
second choice.
He
Yeah.
had to also though because otherwise Harry was going to go live with him and he wouldn't have been protected under
Yeah.
like his mother's blood relative or whatever.
Yeah,
Other
it's just
side of the coin.
it's like you just get to know the character and how good he is, and then it's like,
Yeah, like Harry has his hope,
Yeah.
and it's ripped away from him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
who would you have take their place, or who would you wish?
Hagrid.
Get out.
Hagrid. The dude can. The term oath is so accurate to describe that pitiful teacher. Hagrid, get out.
There's a theory out there that he was a Death Eater.
I have seen that
Checks
theory.
out.
Yeah.
The dude is an imbecile.
I really like Hagrid though. I'm a fan. Robbie Coltrane did such a good job though. If you
Great
read the
job.
book and you're reading the language, like the diction of Hagrid, like I don't think I could have picked anybody
yeah.
to better embody what those were. Because as I'm reading those as a second grader, I'm like, what are these
Yeah.
words?
That
What are
was your
these?
Yeah.
choice.
Hagrid.
You
You know how
have
many
terrible answers that
You-
I haven't even read the books.
I do
Our
not like,
audience
He
agrees.
did
with
give away a
terrible
lot of
answers.
details.
he gave
Said-
away so
Oh.
much. There was
I shouldn't have said that.
that is like his number one thing.
The
I shouldn't
famous
have-
Harry Potter cake that lots of people give for their birthdays would not happen without Hagrid.
The dude can go. Like
It's very important detail.
Like
He also
now,
delivered Harry to Fort Privet Drive.
Yeah.
He was there.
Yeah, he
Of the
did.
jump.
I have my reasons for hating Hagrid.
Your reasons are, I mean, it's how you feel. But
He's an oaf.
I thought about my answer
would
very
you have saved?
deeply. Who would I have saved?
you
No.
said
Killed.
Oh, you I'm sorry. You
Or
said
killing somebody.
yes.
Mine would be Cornelius Fudge. Because he ruined literally, like Dumbledore and Harry, like we just saw Voldemort, like he was here, like yesterday. And Cornelius Fudge is like, nah,
Probably not.
probably not. We're going to pretend like that didn't happen and then backed up the wrong side. Let's get political here, okay? Cornelius Fudge needs to go.
That's actually why I love that chapter. I think in book 6, the other minister, when like he's telling him like how his like office fell apart. Like, he's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so
Yeah,
good.
it's so good.
Don't agree. Shut up. Be quiet forever.
I would easily kill Mundungus. He's a piece of
Mundungus
crap.
is kind of the worst. Yeah.
but also Gilderoy Lockhart and also Umbridge.
Okay, I was
So-
like, no one's because mine's Dolores Umbridge.
Umbridge is
Immediately.
there. But
Obviously, you killed Umbridge.
I feel
Yeah,
like Umbridge
they're-
is like, yeah.
There are people that have to be there, unfortunately, as much as they suck. And I do feel like she's one of those.
Umbridge spent the rest of her life in Azkaban, though.
Yeah.
I know, but still, it's just
And she got roughed up by some centaurs first.
yes, which was good. Does she really in the books like as much pink as she did in the movies? Okay,
Oh, and
so that was
she's
a-
she's
cats.
uglier, like in the books. Like
Okay.
She is definitely.
it
uglier
describes her as
appearance.
like
Toad-faced.
a face like a bullfrog.
I saw a lot of warts.
face like a
but
toad.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Was there besides her? I'm kind of curious. Kind of backtrack on a question earlier. I know we're running on time, but was there a character in the movies that you thought was a completely terrible casting or like adaptation? From the
Gilderoy
books?
Lockhart.
Yeah.
Gilderoy Lockhart. Oh yes, but outside of him, because
Yes,
you
yeah.
did mention that one. I'm just curious because I didn't read the books. In case you didn't know.
Honestly, Daniel Radcliffe sometimes. Like, if I think
Really?
about it, yeah. Because he was supposed to be, like, tall and gangly. And just,
So
like,
is Ron.
Ron is also supposed to be, like, tall and gangly. Yeah, I don't know why all the characters are like that. But I don't know. But,
I feel like
What?
part of that's because they had to guess because they were literally
yeah, they were
11.
so small. And I understand. I just don't know if he embodies, like, the rebel spirit of Harry in the books.
The only like as much I like the casting, but Moaning Myrtle, like when she died, she was
I
like 13.
love Moaning Myrtle.
I
She's,
love
like,
her, I
40
love her.
years old.
But like the
Yeah.
actor that played her was like 40,
She was
Yeah.
40,
Yeah.
and she's supposed to be playing like a 13-year-old girl,
which is so fun.
Which she, I mean, she did a good
She
job.
did a great job. I love Moaning Myrtle's character. In the book, she's even funnier. It's so great.
I know some people think he's more book accurate, but I hated the first Dumbledore.
Richard Harris.
I also hated the first Dumbledore.
What?
Well, okay. I
He
did
was
not hate
so
the first
old.
Dumbledore. I liked the second one much better.
I like the
Yeah.
first one way better. Richard Harris did such a better job of being like very like whimsical and kind of quirky. And
yeah, but I
think
can't imagine that guy fighting Voldemort.
Yeah, exactly. Like he doesn't have the flair. And that was like the whole big thing about Dumbledore in the end was he has flair and style and like, yeah.
Like that duel in book 5 makes so much more sense under Is it Michael Gambon?
I'm gonna need the comments to support me in liking Richard Harris more.
Richard Harris, Joel likes Richard Harris more.
Joel,
He's just- he is, I think they should have cast him as Professor Binns, the ghost. That
okay, yeah,
teaches
they left him out
history.
too. Why
When
did they
did he
leave him out?
change? Sorry, I
So
never knew there
first
was
two
Dumbledores.
first two movies is the old Dumbledore.
You started watching the third movie. You said that's the same guy.
I did. I'm just now looking it up. I'm like, wait, there was
Same
completely
actor, So
different.
good.
I mean, they both had long white beards.
I think they
The
could've-
first Dumbledore would have asked Harry, did he put his name in the Goblet of Fire column? The
Yeah.
That's
first
what
one,
I'm
The first one
yeah.
would have
That
done
is what
that.
I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
I also don't think he should have died, but he had to again.
Put your name in the goblet of fire.
Okay, I want to do the last question.
Yeah, because we already kind of talked about fan theories.
All right, so what's something that you
Oh,
would have
whoa, I
liked
do
to have
one of
seen,
those, though.
I
Okay,
know.
actually, real
but
quick,
it didn't
before we go
occur?
there,
What?
what's your fan theory? She has one that she wants to talk about.
Dumbledore fits better as a Slytherin than a Gryffindor.
I mean, he did dabble in the dark arts with Grindelwald
Yes.
for quite some time.
Ambitious, cunning, uses people to his advantage, although he does it for good, but he has all of the qualities of Slytherin more so than Gryffindor. And the only reason he's a Gryffindor is because it was an early plot decision because everything was so black and white in the first two books where like Gryffindor's good, Slytherin is bad.
Yeah.
And then they start to flesh that out more. And like everything that they say about Slytherin, Dumbledore 100%.
Do they talk about?
that.
Do they talk
I like that a
about the
lot.
different houses more in the books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't feel like
The
I
Sorting
feel
Hat
like
sings a whole
Ravenclaw
song.
and Hufflepuff. You don't really know a lot about.
Yeah.
The movies.
Yeah, there's even like a scene in the book where Dumbledore says, "I think we sort too early," like because he knows the houses like those lines get grayed out as they get older.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, have you guys? We've talked about this on the podcast.
That's why I'm wearing green because I initially tested as a Slytherin, but I went back and retested as a Gryffindor.
He faked his answers to
Yeah.
Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Have you guys taken the
Real
test? Do
Slytherin.
you know what you are? I'm a Hufflepuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw that coming.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Is that a good
good
thing?
way.
Okay.
It's a fantastic
They are like
thing.
they're
Okay,
like
good.
the nicest people.
Oh, well,
You are
thanks.
such a
Yeah.
Hufflepuff in
Yeah.
the best way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
And I just love that we have all the houses represented.
Hufflepuff wouldn't have read the books.
See, I don't know her house
So
yet.
they've heard. What do you think I am?
Well, now I know you're
Well,
not
now you-
Slytherin and you're not Hufflepuff. So because I think she's gonna be Ravenclaw, I think you're gonna be Gryffindor. So the
What
other
would
way-
you have said if no one else said anything?
Slytherin.
That's what
No.
everyone guesses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's because of your boots.
Yeah, and my
No.
RBF.
I was intimidated
a
by you
mystery.
like when I first got
Yeah.
to know you. I was scared to like talk to you. Not really.
Yeah,
You were,
so-
but
No, I
you're-
get it. It checks out.
I went house neutral today. Not
But
to
you
give
were
it
like
away,
a
but I do
super
have a-
like now that I know you, I would have never guessed Slytherin.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't have guessed Slytherin back then. I just feel like
Yeah.
that's an evil thing. I think you're a super nice person. So,
Oh, thanks.
Get on with it.
so are you Gryffindor?
Yeah, I'm a Gryffindor.
Okay.
I was borderline Ravenclaw, but I'm
Okay.
a Gryffindor. Yeah. Out of 3 times, I got Ravenclaw once.
Okay. Did you cheat the answers
No.
to get? Okay.
I'm gonna take it again and see what I get.
Oh Lord. And so I take it you are Ravenclaw.
I'm Ravenclaw.
Okay.
Yes, I'm wearing the necklace.
Oh,
I've never worn it before. These are one of those gifts that I got, and I'm like, I'm
Everybody
never gonna wear it
represented
today.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I wore green on.
I almost wore my Gryffindor tie, but I knew that there was at least one person who didn't know.
Didn't know.
Mm.
So
Yep, it was me.
That's fair.
And Julia, what are you? Hufflepuff.
Ugh.
Love it.
Okay.
I love
Do
it.
you
Hufflepuffs
guys-
in love.
Do you guys
Aw.
know what you are?
James hates being a Gryffindor. He wants to be a Slytherin.
Really?
He said so.
Sorry, we have a
lame.
live studio audience today, guys.
You
All right,
do.
let's get to this
Ben,
last
do you have a
question.
house?
I'm Gryffindor.
Okay. Can we get to
I think I fall in with Stephanie. Then I'm borderline Ravenclaw.
Okay.
Can we get to
sorry.
this question?
I mean, I guess.
So, what's
Yes.
something that you would have liked to have happened or seen that didn't occur in neither the book or the movies? So this is neither in the book, neither in the movie, but
Just like creating something.
like creating
that-
something that did not happen.
I think if they had like a poltergeist that was like mischievous, and then there was one that was like kind of alternate, so like they kind of fought with each other, that'd be really cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you my answer. So, the Elder Wand.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen Harry Potter repair the castle with it because it's supposed to be super powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
And after the battle, it would have been really cool to see him like on the edge of like the grounds and just
With, like,
repair
Yeah.
and have all of it just go back. I thought that would be so cool.
Instead, he said,
Which is that is the most dumbest scene in that scene makes me mad. Him breaking the wand.
Yeah.
it's symbolic.
Stupidest scene in the world. That scene makes me hate that last movie.
That's why you're Slytherin, because you want the power. And it makes you hurt that he broke it.
No, that's not. That's just that I would have done maybe what
That
Harry
whole
would-
last scene was different from the books, though, because Voldemort, like, he ends up getting killed in the room with
he
everybody.
dies in
Yes.
the Great Hall.
They lit
Yeah.
it in front of all of the
Instead, they
people.
have this weird flying around scene where they overdid the CGI, and
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, in the book he falls to the ground dead like a man.
And you see his corpse because it represents that he was actually human and he's dead. Like
and
Yeah.
they
he's
drag
dead.
him off and set him in some other classroom.
then he becomes a blue hologram, just like in Star Wars.
Interesting.
Okay.
Did you? So, I think I had heard rumblings about this, but they're remaking it on Max.
Yeah, Max.
Like, are they remaking the whole
confirmed?
series?
I think it's supposed. I think they've been casted. Like at least the Golden Trio's been casted already.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I was gonna
I
say,
feel like
what's
it's too
your thoughts
soon.
about that?
It's
Yeah.
too soon.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent about it. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, great. I'm just gonna write them and say, hey, can I play Kingsley Shacklebolt?
Hey, that's
Only
cool.
like
That's
a
a
black
s-
character.
Yeah, it's a solid character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I mean,
Anyway.
they have a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's
they
hard
don't.
because, especially when you come back with a remake, I mean, you're going to either do a good job or you're going to bomb.
Yeah, there's going to be some
Yeah.
scrutiny for
Anything that you guys want to add to that? Anything that didn't happen that you would like to have seen?
sure. Honestly, just like more of like characters' childhoods would be kind of cool to like see what like the Weasley's childhood looked like, what Draco's childhood, like Cedric, Luna, be kind of interesting. I don't know. Also, in my version of the events, Percy comes back and fights at the Battle of Hogwarts and dies instead of Fred, like takes his place
Ooh.
in front to prove that he came back and wasn't a traitor anymore.
All right. So last but not, you got something?
No, I'm good.
All right, fine. You sure?
I mean, you were gonna skip over me, so I'm good.
Do you have something?
No, I really don't.
Then don't do that to me. A little bit of trivia. You got some questions to quiz people?
Of course, I have questions.
Do you got
Aren't
some
we all
questions?
supposed to have questions?
I got my
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah, he's gonna cheat. All right, so if you know it,
I got my questions.
If you have the answer, you can tell me you have the answer. Levi, you're not going to know because this is from the books. What's the make and model of the car that Ron and Harry took to Gryffindor?
It's a
To
Ford
I know it.
Hogwarts. I said to Gryffindor. To Hogwarts, though. What's the make and model of the car? Do you know it?
Oh, me? Yeah.
You
How are
also
we
know
supposed?
it?
Yeah,
Okay. Levi, you don't know it, right? You
It's a Ford.
it is a Ford.
Ford
He
what?
said Bronco.
What is-
It's a
not
Ford.
OJ's.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead and tell
say
him, Tree.
Taurus.
wow.
A Ford Taurus,
That'd be funny.
1990.
I don't know the year
1994.
though. Did they mention the year or just the make and model?
No,
Okay.
I don't know the year.
Model T.
I think there is a year mentioned.
Is there?
I think so.
Ford Anglia.
Anglia.
Yeah.
The Ford Anglia. All right. Who gave Harry his first broomstick?
I know. Did we just say it?
You. Who gave Harry his first broomstick?
It is in the movies.
I know, and I'm trying to think.
Is
what-
it?
Was it
Maybe I'm
Dumbledore? It
combining
wasn't
them.
Dumbledore.
No.
It was shoot, why you gonna catch me off guard, man? I totally had this answer earlier. I know who it is.
I'll accept two answers.
just say the answer.
Tree, tell him.
McGonagall.
I was gonna say that.
You see, what would you have said?
McGonagall.
McGonagall gave him his first broom.
Yeah.
I know who gave him his second broom as well.
Right.
Serious. Yeah.
But I was gonna say that Sirius gave him his first broomstick because when he was a baby, he bought him a toy one.
Okay, that's next level.
It is next level, but it's also true.
Did he fly on it
Yeah.
as a baby?
Yes. If you read the books, you would know.
Look, I know that you're lying. I can tell when you're lying.
Okay. What spell would you use to grab your opponent and dangle them in the air by their ankle?
Levitt Corpus. Sorry, I didn't
You're
wait
good.
to see who knew.
Did you know it?
You said go for it.
Did you know it?
I actually, I think I was gonna say the wrong thing. So
Oh man. Trina, this is for you.
Gotta
What
be
were the
honest.
4 dragon species that were in the Triwizard Tournament?
oh my gosh, why is this for me?
This is
It's
for
a
you.
harder question for sure.
Hungarian horntail, Chinese firebolt, the Swedish short snout, Norwegian ridgeback.
Impressive.
I don't think the Norwegian Ridgeback is one of them.
It's not.
No.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it is.
what's the fourth one?
No. It's the Hungarian horntail, the Chinese fireball,
Because that's what
the Swedish
short snout is. What
snout,
Cedric fought.
and oh my goodness, I
You don't
forgot
even
the
know
fourth
when
one.
you have the question written
Wait a
down.
minute, let me
Norwegian
think.
Ridgeback is right.
No, it's not. The Hagrid.
What is
No,
it? Is it
it's
the
not.
Norwegian?
That's
the
Hagrid
Norwegian-
Norbert was a Norwegian ridgeback.
Hold on, the
me, I'll get the
horntail, the
answer.
fireball, the Swedish snort stout, and the.
You asked the question,
can't
you
read
don't know the
Chinese-
answer.
Did I say it? Fireball.
Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Hold on, the Chinese fireball.
Yes,
Swedish
in
snort
sake of
stout,
time,
Hungarian
please
horntail.
tell us the answer.
It's the common Welsh green.
That's what it was.
Right.
And what did she say? So for the listeners,
She said the common Welsh.
"Thank
green.
you." Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
the
I thought.
Norwegian Ridgeback was the one that
Norbert.
Hagrid got.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
Norbert.
Okay.
You know, I thought I was a really big fan. Tell us.
Hush. All right. What were Snape's parents' names?
Oh gosh.
I
Mother and
just
father.
read this.
I do not know this.
I know her last name was Prince.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said Diana, but that's Wonder Woman.
He said, "These go together."
If you don't know, that's fine. That was like my.
What's
my,
it start with?
Mr.
An
Snape.
I.
Iris,
No.
Ivory.
So his
it-
mother's
Imelda.
Iona?
Eileen.
Oh,
Eileen
no.
Prince and Tobias.
That
Snape.
starts with an E.
Yeah.
I or E, whatever. All right, those
I
are my
could have
5.
got it
Big
if you said E.
All right, give me your 5.
We're gonna go with the ladies first.
That's what I do.
He
Either
was
one.
talking to us.
I'm sorry. I ignore him. So
Levi, if you know him, just say you know the answer to any of these. I would love to be quizzed. Go home. But
I
go.
feel like I tried to do fairly easy ones. Maybe.
All right, we'll
the
see.
first one is easy. The symbol of Ravenclaw.
oh, it's a raven.
No, trick question.
Oh my gosh.
No, but it's a it is like a bird.
It's
isn't
an
it?
It is a bird.
eagle.
It's an eagle.
Oh,
yeah.
it's okay.
That
Yeah.
one was just like a trick question. What's the name of
really easy, she
Luna's
said.
dad's magazine?
Derek. Oh.
What?
Derek.
I'm sorry.
Good old Derek magazine.
People.
No.
The Quibbler.
Quibbler.
Bonus points if you know his name.
Xenophilius.
Good job. Love it.
Xenophilius.
Okay, the 4 Marauders nicknames and who they are.
We're all just quizzing Levi now.
Give me one of the Marauders. Just give me one of them.
Map.
All right.
That's fantastic.
Mooney, Wormtail,
Padfoot,
Padfoot, and
and
Prongs.
Prongs.
Yeah, we already know who they are.
Give me time to look it up, guys.
It's cheating.
Go on.
What is SPEW?
Spew.
Oh, he's not going to know that.
Yeah, he's not.
He
gonna know
literally asked if Hermione had an elf earlier.
That's
so.
Hermione had a house elf.
fire.
She had, so she did have an elf.
No.
Oh, I thought you guys said she did.
it. She had a
No.
cat.
That's what we're talking about right now.
It's
actually,
the Society for the Promotion of Elvish Welfare.
she had this whole club that was dedicated to making sure the elves were being treated humanely,
Oh, that's cool.
and they left it out.
Yeah, they should
That
have.
was in the
Jeez.
Goblet of Fire.
Yep.
Yeah,
There were buttons and everything.
it was a movement.
I have a Harry Potter game, guys.
Yeah.
Go.
Fair.
Was that your last question? Or you got one more?
I have one more. It's super easy. Like I didn't.
What is
wasn't
it?
trying to make people feel
What is
some
it?
type of way.
You- well,
It's
you make-
just like the heads of the houses. The like, not
Go
the
on,
people
Levi.
who created them. Like the heads of the house. Like the professors that were the heads of the different houses.
That is a good question. Who are the heads
Caleb,
of
who are
houses?
they? Do you know them?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
McGonagall is the head of house for Gryffindor. Snape is the head of house for Slytherin.
Yep.
For Ravenclaw, it's Flitwick.
Yep.
And for Hufflepuff, it is Professor Sprout.
You got one. Good
I
job.
thought you were talking founders.
No,
That's my bad.
Well, then that's Godric Gryffindor, Rowena Ravenclaw,
Salazar.
Salazar Slytherin, and then I almost said
Helga.
Hepzibah Smith, but
Helga.
Helga
Hufflepuff.
Caleb,
Hufflepuff.
your nerd is showing.
show is. I'm so proud to be a Harry Potter nerd, though. I am perfectly fine with
I've
that.
always been a Harry Potter nerd, so
Now, you want to quiz us? Because these are questions.
I don't know. Stephanie's going.
Oh, I am so sorry. Once again, I
Again.
forgot.
give me. She
Again.
asked the questions.
I'm
Man.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm very sorry.
Mine are harder.
Awesome.
Yeah. What or who is a hat stall?
What?
It's someone who stalls while wearing
Hush.
hats.
Say it again.
What or who is a hat stall?
Is it a drunkard?
No.
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I've never even
It
heard of
has
that.
to do with the sorting hat.
It's like somebody
Is
that
it
takes
some-
longer to sort.
Or that like doesn't get a house?
Yeah. So there's a specific number of minutes, and if you take over 5 minutes to be sorted into your house, they can't decide. You're called a hat stall.
That doesn't exist.
Interesting.
It's
So
a false
Hermione
question.
and Neville were both almost hat stalls. McGonagall and Peter Pettigrew were.
Interesting. What's your next
This
question?
question's not from the book, though, so it doesn't matter. Whatever. Whatever.
How many presents did Dudley think he should have gotten for his birthday?
Oh, Dudley. He's no. He.
Wait.
should've won
Is the
that.
question off the book or the movie?
They are different.
They're different.
Oh, shoot. I don't know then.
Well, say your answer and
I
we'll see if
think-
you're right.
I think the movie.
72.
Boy, be quiet. So,
I'm trying to
what was your
guess.
question again? I'm sorry.
How many presents did he think he should have gotten?
60?
Did he think he should have gotten? Well, he was mad that he got 36.
37.
Yes.
He's like 36, but last year I had 37.
38.
Last year I had
So he thought he
38.
should have gotten 38.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
And then
answer's
they went-
38. Duh.
Yeah.
What's
So
the next question?
last year I had 2 more.
Sorry.
What type of broomstick did Fred and George have?
Oh, I want to say.
Something
I want to say.
3000.
Be quiet. I want to say
Cloud
clean
sweep.
sweeps.
Clean sweep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Was
But I
my
wanna-
second option.
I want to say clean sweeps.
Okay, I've got 2 more. Who replaced the fat lady
Me.
in the
My
portrait?
other favorite book character, Sir Cadogan.
Cadogan?
I say Cadogan.
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 Sir Cadogan.
I would have
The
loved to have
knight.
seen him in the movie.
Yeah. He
Him
was
and
in it just briefly.
like that crashing through the window thing. That
Yeah.
was dumb.
That was about it though.
Him and his fat gray pony. I would have loved to have seen.
All right, last one. What was Professor Moody's catchphrase in the classroom? He says
Mad Eye
everybody
Moody. Yeah.
needs to
he
have...
never said it in the book or in the movie. He never said it. Constant vigilance.
Yep.
Constant vigilance.
Yep.
I just finished Goblet of Fire. Like
I
literally
went to a
today.
midnight premiere and somebody was dressed up as Mad Eye Moody, like full garb, like the fake eye. It was full 9.
That's awesome.
So
was
they were
pretty cool.
actually dressed up as Barty Crouch Jr.
As Mad Eye Moody.
All right,
As
Caleb.
Inception.
Go for it,
This
Levi.
is the Slytherin category. I'm going to go by your houses. This is the question I'm going to ask you. Why does... Is it Seamus or Seamus?
Seamus.
Seamus.
Okay, I thought so. Seamus Finnegan apologized to Harry.
Calling him a liar.
I mean, essentially, yeah. What is projected in the sky above Hogwarts after Professor Dumbledore is killed?
I think that question's worded incorrectly.
I think you just are not smart.
I mean, it would. Is the dark mark on there? Is that
That's
the
the
answer?
answer.
That's incorrect.
Not according to the
Right.
ultimate movie quiz.
Yeah, because what happens is in the book,
Katrina,
stupid.
It's a movie quiz. It's the
who
problem.
tells Harry it's cruel that I got to spend so much time with James and Lily and you so little?
Dumbledore?
No,
I don't know.
Sirius Black.
Oh, well, that also makes sense.
Your last question is let's do this one. Sirius Black says that how many years is curiously long life for a common garden rat? You guys thought I couldn't bring the
Hold on,
questions.
hold on. 13 years? No.
Ooh, you're close.
14 years?
Nope.
I forgot.
12.
12.
12.
12 years.
12 years.
And for the Gryffindor, before we go on to our final segment, because our producer's going to kill us.
We're taking way too. We should have
What
set
is
aside
unique
2
about
hours.
the fireplace in Umbridge's office?
What'd you say?
What is unique about the fireplace in Umbridge's office?
Oh.
It's connected directly to the ministry,
No.
or the fact that
In 3.
I don't know.
Is it the Blue Network?
Is it the only one that's not monitored?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I was gonna say it's the only one that works, but
Yeah, but like there was one like in the book 7. It's like that's the
Right,
one that's,
that's why they
connected directly
sneak
to our
up there.
house, and then this is the only one that's not monitored. But
Yeah.
that could have been 2 answers.
Last question, then we're going to go on to our weekly segment. As well as the state of art broomstick, what other gift does Harry receive?
from anybody, or is it from someone
Isn't that very
specific?
specific?
It is from the book, this movie.
Okay.
Which one is that? That's a.
Azkaban.
Oh, it says it on there.
What's another gift that he got in Azkaban? Mm-hmm. Oh,
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Other than state of art broomstick.
I mean, I know it.
Then what is it, sir?
The Marauders map.
No.
That's a
Isn't
gift
it
that
one
Fred
of
and
his
George
like?
gave
It's
him on
a
Christmas.
It's not
birthday
this answer.
present. Isn't it a birthday present that he gets?
It's a
from, like-
hippogriff feather.
Oh,
That's a stupid answer.
what?
He got a sneaker scope that year from Ron. He got the
Yeah.
Marauders map from Fred and George. I think he got no, he got that next year. That
You're gonna
That's
you're gonna
why-
argue with the 6 and over Wizarding World Harry Potter Ultimate Movie Quiz.
TM.
You need to
Anyways,
send that back.
all right, folks, we're gonna go on to our weekly segment. That's crazy. So our weekly segment, hot takes, rants, praises, whatever you got. Do either of you have a rant or something like grind your gears?
I have a Harry Potter related hot take.
Ooh, what is it?
Dobby should have died earlier. I hate Dobby.
I still don't understand that.
When Bellatrix called him a dirty monkey, I was like, yes, get this kid out of here.
I just like the elves. I think they're.
I
I'm
really
a fan
like
of Spew.
Dobby.
When
They,
he died, I was like,
I wasn't sad.
neither was I. I was just like,
zero empathy.
hey,
Here's the thing.
him like Hagrid caused more problems than good.
If I have to pick a house elf, give me creature all day.
Was that the
Just a little rude, but
Which one
sticks
was
to
that?
himself.
Yeah,
The House of Blacks.
Yeah.
yeah.
Elf.
I like that. I love that take. Tree, you got a hot take? You got a rant? Got a thing?
I don't.
What grind your gears? Anything? Hugs?
Unsolicited hugs from
Which
people.
I give you all the time.
Even solicited hugs. Don't even hug her. Just
Actually, solicited is worse because then I can mentally psych myself out. Like, I'm gonna come give you a hug, and then I'm like, ha. By the time I think about it. I really don't. I don't know. I looked at this part and I was like, I don't know what to say.
that's fine.
This
What
was
you got? You didn't have anything on this one?
I've never seen a black person at the Renaissance Festival, and I want to know why. Like the Renaissance Festival just screams white people to me. Like, do y'all like that? Like,
I've never been.
it's just
Have you guys been?
I see all of my. I got a lot of white friends that go and they get dressed up for this.
Yeah.
And all the photos, I never look at them in the photos. I always look around. I'm like, where are the black people? Because I feel like y'all be going just to be around other white people.
I don't think that like that's
Or were black people in the Renaissance era? Were we there?
Yes.
I don't know.
I mean, it is highly like modeled after European Renaissance, and I suppose there would be less black people involved.
I
in that
picture a lot of
situation.
LARPers that go to this.
Yeah.
Did you say lepers?
LARPers.
Them too.
I've never been. I've heard the turkey legs are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friends have been going like since it opened. I'm like, where are the black people at in this? I'm not going.
Are your friends white or black?
I have white friends
Okay.
and black friends, but I just never see my black
Exclusively
friends go and
White
post.
friends.
Yeah.
This is like, it just seems like if you're black and you go to the Renaissance Festival, I need a picture of you there. Like, I just want to see the proof. Because
Have you ever been?
I have no desire to go.
Me neither.
Like,
Julie,
I don't
have
even
you
do
been?
corn mazes.
Oh, corn mazes are fun. But I'm the evil person. I like to like scare my friends. I like to hide in the corn and jump out.
Thank you for letting me know that I'm never going with you. Appreciate that.
You know what I'm trying to get
What's your hot
to
take?
do? Is to go for THYF, go through a haunted house.
It's not happening. What's your hot take?
So it's really dumb.
Of course
Because I
it
didn't
is.
bring it. I'm on a punt. Do you guys ever go to the movies by yourself?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I feel like that is the absolute best way to watch a movie sometimes. Love going with my wife. But when you're by yourself, like, and no one's in the seats around you, you can just be as comfortable as all get out. I went to the movies by myself yesterday, and this is what spurred all this. And the whole time, like, I'm not watching how I'm eating. Now, if I'm with Julie, she knows
Yeah.
But it's just so peaceful.
I love doing things by myself.
Yeah.
The only thing I like about going to the movie theaters by yourself is that after the movie theater, you don't have to talk about the movie. Like, that's the one thing I hate when I go with people. I'm like, oh, did you like the movie? I hate that conversation. So I just like to.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate the afterward I hate the after conversation of the movies.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Because I walked away obviously, I didn't have anybody to talk to. I was talking to myself, but I was very silent. But
Yeah.
because the
Love
ending,
it.
it was like a lot to process. So
All right.
I don't
normally
know
we
if I
have
could do the movies by
spicier.
myself.
Really?
I go
Have
to
you-
eat by myself or go get coffee by myself all the time, but I don't know if I could do like a modern movie theater by myself. Maybe
Have
if
you
it was,
ever?
like-
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I
Yeah.
have maybe once.
Yeah, I think it started for me when I was single for many years.
This is what you and your husband should do. Go see different movies.
We've movie hopped like several times before.
Oh, like went like to
Like
one.
pay for one movie and then go to also another one, but we just haven't been to the movies a whole lot.
Is
Never
that
done
stealing?
that.
Isn't that
This is a
stealing
popular
movies?
show.
Oh,
You're gonna
man.
get caught by the police.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all
Yeah.
pay for
Gonna
one
get me.
ticket, and
And
then
then
once
go to
that
a
one
new one.
ends, you're like,
And then she
Yeah.
she
Mosey
graffitis
on
and
We
down
line it up.
Nine.
Yeah.
It's welcomed.
We
I mean,
have
'cause
some
you go in-
thieves on the show.
You go to a drive-in theater and you can see 2 movies that day for one ticket price.
You know what we did as a kid?
vandalism and then stealing. Okay.
When you go to a drive-in theater, when I was a kid, we would hide like 2
Oh,
of my
I
brothers
hid
in the
so-
trunk,
Yeah.
and
so
then like
many
one of us
times.
would like hide under the seats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't
I
tell
have
me you've
2
never
kids
snuck
with me, and then like
snacks
8
into
pop
a
out.
movie.
Right.
Oh my gosh!
I
When I
carry
met
Chick-fil-A in my
Julia-
pockets in the movie theater.
I've brought some
Stealing.
outrageous things into
Y'all
the
know what a
movie
buffet
theater.
bag is, right?
Yeah.
When I met Julia, she didn't have one. I said, "But what about the popcorn?" She's like, "Well, it can fit." She had this little bitty thing, and I had to get her a buffet bag.
We need to take this to the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
end this show.
After you.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, that was terrible.
Sorry. End the show. then,
Gosh,
sir.
you suck.
Bloody brilliant.